Hey guys, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. I am here today to do my throwing shade wrap up for episode 2 and go into episode 3. So these are the 3 palettes that I was using, as you saw in the first video. What if I showed them to you the correct way? Wouldn't that be amazing? I'm like pushed back from my normal filming spot, so I'm really sorry if things are kind of like weird looking. I don't know. The sun is just so bright right now because it's 10 o'clock and apparently that's when the sun is angry here. I don't know. So we're just going to jump into it. I need to find my notebook with the information on this challenge in it. Hold on. Well, that was easy. Okay, so the first week I used my ColourPop My Little Pony palette, which you guys probably have seen a million times, but this is what it looks like. And there's a lot of like shimmery shades in here. And I think what I'm going to try to do is actually depot this because when I was little, I was really into My Little Ponies. I thought they were legit. But this packaging, I never reach for this because it's like tucked away. And I feel like there's really only 3-4 mattes in this. So you can't really get a complete look out of it unless you do an all shimmer look, which I don't do very often. But yeah, so let's look at the looks that I did with this palette. Let me find them. Where's my Instagram? Alright, so I'm going to pop them up on the screen, so I'm not going to show you on my phone. I'll pop them up on that side. This side. Whatever. So the first one, I was using Flutterby, Sky Dancer, and Starshine, which like these colors don't match the names very well in my opinion. So I did like a pink look, so I used this one, and then I believe Starshine is this one that kind of looks like NARS Orgasm. It's like a peachy pink, super pretty, not crazy pigmented, but that's that. The next one, I just used the one other matte, which is Applejack, which is this one right here. And I used Starshine again all over the lid, and then I used Firefly, which is this one right here in my inner corner. Which this is a super pretty inner corner highlight or like a regular highlight. It's really reflective, but it's not really good all over the lid, which is kind of annoying, but it's okay. And I really only did those 2 looks with this palette, and then I used it some more in like the last week, just then. So I switched into the Nubian palette, which was for week 2. This is what it looks like. This has a lot of really pretty shimmers as well, and some really nice mattes. I have it on today. I use this today for the look I have going on. I tried to bounce around in this and use stuff I hadn't used before. So I did a look, like I did a lot of simple looks, so I did a look with like these 2 right here. So it's a transition and a shimmer. And these don't have shade names, so sorry about that. I also did one with this more like yellowy color and this really glittery champagne. I mean, all of these are on Instagram too, so I'm not like expecting like you guys to be amazed. I did one with these 2 shades, like really, this palette has a lot of like easy looks. I used the dark brown, the transition, the midway brown, and then I used this shimmering like copper all over the eye. That was really pretty. I didn't take a picture of a lot of these because I'm a monster. I can pop up the next picture too. This one I used both the dark browns, and then I used this color all over the lid and really packed it on to get a lot of punch for a wedding I went to. And then I think I switched. Yep, so that was everything for that palette. And then for the next week, I moved into my Makeup Geek and Manny MUA palette, which again, you guys have seen a million times. This is what it looks like. I really like the shadows in this palette, but I kind of wanted to pot this one as well because I never reach for it because it only has like warm tone looks. I don't know. I don't know. And like I don't know where I stand on the whole drama that was going on, but I still like this palette. I like Makeup Geek shadows. So This one, pretty much for every look, I use Beaches and Cream as a setting shade. And then I went ahead and used Sora, which is this one right here, and Cosmopolitan, which is this one over here, which this one's actually pretty similar to that ColourPop shade in Starshine. It's like really, really similar. So it was pretty. It was what it was. So again, Beaches and Cream, Sora, I used Frappe in the next one. And then for the lid, I used Artemis, which is this kind of like shimmering white gold. This one's really pretty. It's actually a really nice highlight too if you ever want to, if you have this palette and you're trying to pan it, that's a good way to use it too. And then I did just these two in a couple looks, like on days I was being really lazy. This one I did Beaches and Cream to set, Sora in as a transition shade, Mars, which is this one right here, Aphrodite, so the two darker mattes, and then I used Artemis, which is this white one again, for a look for Zach's niece's birthday party. That was really fun. And then, so then this week, the stuff that I did, there was a couple more I didn't post. Let me see if I can find them. So this week specifically, I did some like green pictures. I'll just post it. This one, I used the My Little Pony palette for the most part. I used Applejack all over the transition, and then I used Twilight as like a crease shade, even though it's shimmery. And then I tried to use Firefly all over the lid, but I had to switch and use Snuzzle. And this is really, really pretty. It's super like metallic looking, and it just came off really, really pretty on the eyes. And it was super pretty. I got a lot of compliments on it at work. And I wore it under my glasses, so it wasn't like, bam, I'm wearing blue eyeshadow. This other one was from, what did I even use this day? I don't even know. It must have been, oh no, I know what I used. So I used the dark shade in this one, so I used Princess Sparkle, which this is a black with shimmer. Why? Question mark. Why do palettes do this? It's so annoying. I used that. I would not recommend that shadow. It's just really patchy. And then I used Flutterby just all over the lid. And it was fine. It wasn't like really cute. I wouldn't do it again, but I wanted to try that dark. I don't know when that's up recording. I'll just insert the looks that I did in between and just kind of like write commentary. Because I don't know where it stopped, and I don't feel like rewatching that whole clip. But today's look, I used Juvia's Place. I used this like mid-tone brown in the crease. I used this deeper brown in the outer V, and then I used a ColourPop Super Shock shadow with a shadow from my Essence All About Browns palette, because I'm trying to hit pan on that one, if you guys have been watching my channel. So now we're going into the ones I'm going to be using from here on out. And again, I did random.org and picked these like before the video because I thought it would take up too much time in the video. I don't know. Again, if you don't want me to go into detail on like the looks I did before, just let me know down below and I want to do it next month or next month. So let me grab those three palettes really quick. Okay, so these are the three that I chose, or that I guess random.org chose for me. The first one is my Kathleen and Morphe palette. I love this palette. It's so pretty. I know you guys have seen this a billion times also, but like how cute. I do have pan in this one and this one already. This one is actually a really similar color scheme to that Manny Wade palette, except this has a couple more mattes, which is nice. So there's that same like nice like warm pink look here, or like there's these really pretty like warm tone mattes. This black is pretty buildable, which is nice. And then like there's a deep brown to use as like a outer V color. But this is really pretty. I like this palette a lot. I've had it since, obviously, since it came out. That was stupid. But I like this one. My knee is like covered in swatches because I swatched them and then there was still more in my hand, so then I rubbed it on my knee. Professional. So then the next week I'm going to be using my Essence All About Roses palette, which is just their, what, 8-pan palette. These are those 8-pan ones. This doesn't have any pan. It does have some use, but like not a lot that you can tell. This shade in the corner is a dark purple with glitter. Again, like, why do companies do that? Because it just ends up being like chunky and chalky. So that one I'm probably not going to touch at all. But there is like a brown, like a mid-tone mauve that are mattes. There's a setting shade that's all matte. Those are exciting for me. The shimmers in these are really pretty. Just like the All About Bronze palette, they're really nice. So there's more like a white, this really like pink, this candy pink is really pretty. There is like a mauve shade and then a deeper kind of brown, which is really pretty. There are those first two. Don't stop swatch super well, but that's okay. And then there are the other two. So these are kind of chunky, like a little bit more chunky. They're a little bit more, you have to put in a little bit more effort, but I don't really mind because I mean, that palette I think is like $4 and it has like a ton of product and it's super, super pretty, so there's that. The next palette that I'm using, I'm a little bit nervous about, but it is my Morphe 350 matte palette. So these are all matte shades. You guys have seen this palette, I'm sure, a million times. And I have the matte version and I also have the shimmer version, which I counted as, separate palettes. So obviously this has a bazillion mattes in it. There are some really pretty browns that I think I can use in my eyebrows to kind of get some use on. I'm really excited about like the oranges. They're really pretty. These are relatively pigmented. They do kind of, some of them kick up, some kickback. That was not English. Some of them kick up some serious dust when you use them, but I haven't really played with this a ton. I've had it for like a year and a half, and this is a good project to decide if I want to keep it or depot it or whatever. And so I'm excited that I drew this one this month. So that is everything for this project roulette update. I will have everyone listed down below that is in this project with me. This is a Fantastic Ladies collab in case I didn't say it at the beginning, and I will also link the Facebook page as usual down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you did any looks this month that you were really excited about and what you use, because I'm always looking for like inspiration. I'm always like creeping on other people's Instagrams and like trying to like better myself via association, like by practicing, watching people's YouTube videos, and just by doing my makeup over and over again and trying to figure it out. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Like I already said, I love you guys. I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye everyone.